Happy New Year. Welcome back and welcome to 2021. It's time to get back into that routine and get stuck back in. And for me, I just wanted to kind of think back to basics in terms of looking forward and looking after our mental health. So today I'm going to talk to you about the first element of my signature system, my mood boosting method, which is all about nourishing your body and your mind for the best mental health. And that involves really getting back to some really simple basic principles, of which there are 5. So the first of those is to eat a whole food diet, and by which I mean foods that don't have any label on them. So these should be predominantly fresh and plant-based foods with a small amount of meat and fish added in. And when you're thinking about what meat and fish to buy, always think about firstly, quality and what your budget is, and always buy the best that you can afford. So think grass-fed, wild, organic, whatever is the best produce that you can access. And then if you spend a little bit more on a little bit less, then you tend to be able to strike the balance quite well. If you're local to me on the Wirral and you want some tips on where to get the best meat or fish from around here, then just drop me a DM and I'd be happy to make some recommendations for you. The second tip then is to reduce processed foods. So this kind of goes hand in hand with principle 1 of eating whole foods. Unfortunately, processed food contains things like refined fats and sugars, which are notorious mood disruptors and can be really unhelpful when it comes to feeling calm and happy. So gradually start to reduce those types of foods. I know that they might have been the primary source of nutrition over the festive period, and I'm not saying go all out and 100% cut everything out, but I think just start that process of winding down and tip the balance back in the favour of whole foods versus processed foods. Principle 3 is eat the rainbow. So when you're thinking about compiling a plate of food, think about having as many colours as you can on the plate. And not only is that pleasing to the eye, it's also great for the mind. So consuming diverse colours helps to provide access to lots of weird and wonderful micronutrients such as flavonoids and plant phenols that are all going to help have a positive effect when it comes to our mood and our mental health. Number 4 is all about eating low glycemic index foods or low glycemic load foods, by which I mean foods that release their sugar into the bloodstream at a more slower rate rather than the foods that may potentially spike our blood sugars. So things like refined flours in pasta and bread can disrupt our blood sugar balance, which isn't helpful when it comes to mental health. But if you can think about swapping white rice and white pasta for whole grain varieties, or in case of rice wild varieties, or even pseudo grains like quinoa, they will have a slower release effect. They're also higher in fibre, which we need to support good digestive health. So we're not at that stage now where we're talking about ditching the carbs. We just want to make sure that the carbs that we're having are nice and healthy and will support our mental health. And then finally, kind of more generally and encompassing it all, approach it by eating a Mediterranean dietary pattern. So that the way that they historically eat in that Mediterranean region really encompasses some of the principles I've already talked about. So eating plenty of vegetables, oily fish, occasional meat, and healthy fats from olive oil, nuts and avocado and things like that. If you do want to find out a bit more about Mediterranean eating pattern, I have a blog on the website from back in October that you can go and read and check out. So as well as that then, speaking of the website, I have quite a few other resources on there that might be helpful to you when you're thinking about adopting those basic dietary principles for nourishing your body and mind. So if you head over to the website, you can check out the blogs I've written about that. You can also see the article I contributed to back in December, which is all about plant-based foods and which ones are the best ones for boosting your mood. The article is called Can You Munch Your Way to Good Mental Health, which is on the Good Life Talk website. There's a link to that in the bio as well. And also on the website you can access my free download, which is my How to Boost Your Mood with Food e-guide. So lots of helpful information on there if you haven't already seen that. Later this week I'll also be sharing my favourite cookbooks. So if you sometimes when you want to adopt these principles you just don't know where to start and you need some inspiration, so I'll be sharing my favourites with you, and hopefully you'll feel a bit inspired. So looking at authors who also adopt similar eating patterns to the ones I've described. So Dale Pinnock, the medicinal chef, for example, Melissa Helmsley, Amelia Freer, just to name a few. Okay, and then finally, something else to talk about. This month I've got a rare opportunity to work with me on my taster package. Now, I don't normally offer this package because most of my clients benefit from test inclusive packages. However, if my signature mood boosting package, which is a comprehensive testing package, is just out of reach for you right now, then get in touch and we can have a chat about my taster package. It includes a initial consultation, which we'll do a mini review of how you're currently eating and living your life, and we'll give you some quick win steps that you can take in terms of diet, supplement, lifestyle and stress management to help you kind of hit the ground running and make a good start. And it also includes a mini follow-up so we can check on the progress that you are making. I'm on a mission this year to help 50 women to improve their mood mojo. So if I can offer that taster package to a couple of people and that will help, then I'm more than willing to do that. I do only have 2 spaces available for that package though, so if that sounds like something that you want to take advantage of, then do get in touch today and we can have a chat. All right then, take care, bye bye.